Hi there, lovely, and welcome to Let's Chat. I'm Rhonda Crimes, and I'm a certified life and leadership coach and trainer for everyday women just like you who are tired of being people-pleasing good girls, or who I prefer to call super givers. I'm here to do all I can to guide and support these beautiful super givers in my community to be able to use their voice, make their stand, and live their life their way. If that sounds like something you'd like to know more about, keep listening and don't be shy to reach out and take advantage of my offers and invitations for one-to-one and group coaching, training and mentoring opportunities, where together we'll curiously explore what is most important for you to stand for, to compassionately encourage you to speak your truth and to courageously live your life aligned to your heart's desire, with confidence and without guilt. In this episode, let's chat about tapping into your heart's desires. I wonder, if I asked you how you want to live your life, could you tell me? If you're anything like the many super givers I've encountered, answering that question is a struggle. It's so much easier to shrug it off and deflect it back to all the things that you must do to help others to live their life. What I've found to be a common thread with people-pleasing good girls is we have grown up with the expectation that we must always consider the needs of others before our own. We must prioritize taking care of our family, bending and shape-shifting to be the most accommodating friend. We must devote everything we've got to doing it all in our jobs, even when we don't feel like it, because only then might we be considered valuable. For many of us, we continue to run the autopilot scripts that we learnt so well to please our parents, siblings, teachers, and other authority or power figures that we had as children. And in doing so, we have become less self-confident in following our own paths. There has been little opportunity to develop and practice the skills necessary to be in tune with what it is that truly fulfills us. We have learned the hard way that to put ourselves first is selfish or shameful. As a consequence of this yourself, because if you're watching, there's a good chance you too are a super giver, you might notice you've become super busy, juggling many plates and saying yes to all and sundry. This is how you hope to receive the attention and external validation that you crave, to hear those magic words, yes, you are good enough. When you do hear this, it confirms you are loved, appreciated, approved, and accepted, at least in the short term. The older you get, if left unchecked, you may become hyper-vigilant to anticipating other people's needs. You might feel you are responsible to rescue and ease the pain and suffering of your loved ones. You could begin to feel that you just can't say no to people's demands. You simply must say yes. It's how all your relationships are meant to be. If this sounds like it's close to the mark for you, then it's also likely over time you have forgotten how to tap into your own fundamental needs and wants. The probability of hearing the quiet call of your heart's desire is even less likely to happen. When you are asked, what do you want for you? There's a void. You don't have an answer. When you do begin to take notice of this, you'll see it plays across all your life areas. You go on holidays where other people want to go. You go to the restaurants your friends want to eat at. You live in a house your partner chose. You decorate the house how they want. You go without treats so your family doesn't miss out. You work through countless lunch breaks because the boss is not good at managing a deadline. The remedy is to get back in touch with yourself. Start simple and become your own bestie. Get curious about your life. Think of the times where you have done or gone along with something, but somewhere inside you, it wasn't what you enjoyed. Then tease this moment out and then play with it. Obviously, you can't change what has already happened, but you can practice listening to your heart as you reflect on it. Work out what you would like, what you would enjoy if the situation were to be repeated. The more you practice this, the more confidence you will develop in knowing what your fundamental needs are. You will begin to remember how to tap into what it is you do want. Your heart's desire will become louder. It can also help to use prompts to spark your intuition and creativity on what has been kept under wraps for so many years. In my Looking Back to Learn training, we do this and it is helpful. In this case, probably because it makes it more hypothetical. I'm going to share 9 of these prompts with you today, and I will wager there will be some hidden gems in your answers when you try. I invite you to give it a go. You really have nothing to lose. And in all reality, it's just a pen and paper exercise. The intention is to give your heart the green light to allow the needs, wants, and desires to float to the surface. To allow everything to be open and available without censorship. How good would it be to recognize the thing that fills you with joy and happiness? What is it that gives you the recognition and fulfillment for who you are rather than what you do for other people? How much more impact could you have in your relationships if you truly enjoyed the activities because they were more to your liking? How invigorating could your life become if you could stretch your comfort zone in all the right ways for you? Until you dream it, you can't live it. When you hear the prompts I'm going to share, answer them in writing or by saying them out loud. Let them be fully revealed. If you do choose to say them out loud, it could be really beneficial to record your answers. That way, just like if you've written them, you can go back to them to remember what you said. You can build on them, make tweaks and changes as the ideas, needs, wants, and desires percolate and get the room they need to grow. Now, one thing before I give you the prompts and you begin to answer, I want to give you a warning. You may experience that supercritical state where you can get stuck feeling like you're never going to be or do enough. There might be doubting thoughts around your worthiness. This is often a loud and bossy voice in your head telling you everything you should have done or all the stuff you didn't do. You know who I'm talking about here. She is your inner critic. Most people have a version of her, but what I've noticed for super givers is that she is always sitting there, breathing down your neck, waiting for an opportunity to express her views on the subject at hand. What she says is not always kind or accurate. However, I believe she isn't saying it to be mean, although it certainly can be. Rather, it's to keep you safe from failure, because she sees failure as the end. She believes there is no coming back from failure. Whereas, like Simon Sinek, I prefer to think not of failure, but of falling or stumbling. That way, you know you can recover. Yes, it might still be embarrassing, and it might be a stretch of your skills. Maybe it'll even hurt. But on the other side of a fall or a stumble, there is the opportunity of learning, resilience, and growth. Now, it's all fine and good to know that, but how do you manage her? If you find her popping up, I want you to imagine her not as an old crone or the mean girl from high school, but as a cute little girl that you once were, or a little girl you know and love. Then instead of getting upset at what she's saying or falling into the trap of feeling her fear, choose instead to recognize she's not trying to be mean. She's just trying to be heard. She is frightened of what might happen. She is still embarrassed from the last time. But truly, she's coming from a place of love. When you reframe how you see her, you can then just turn to her and say, okay, lovely, I know you're really just trying to help me, but I've got this one. So I'm going to ask you to please just shush for now. And then every time she starts to take over, remind her to shush. Like you would if you were speaking with a gorgeous little girl, full of love for her efforts to help you, but firmly enough for her to actually pipe down. You get what I mean. So without further ado, let me share the 9 prompts that will help you to tap into your heart, to get to know what it is you do want, you do prefer, you do need, or you do desire for yourself. The easiest way is to repeat the statement and then fill in the blank. Number 1, when I win lotto, I ... Number 2, I want to accomplish ... Number 3, my wishes are ... Number 4, I'd love to achieve ... Number 5, I'd like to develop ... Number 6, I'd like to try ... Number 7, I want to experience ... Number 8, I'd love to create ... And number 9, I'd be thrilled to attain ... It sounds too simple, doesn't it? But you try it, and I'll bet you get at least one answer for each prompt. Try them out for the different areas of your life, like relationships, work, personal development, finances, and the like. Then, in my honest opinion, most importantly, next time you are asked, what do you want to do? Or what do you think? Or how do you want to live your life? You will be able to answer the question with confidence. I'd love you to take some time to tap into your heart's desires. And if you'd like some extra help, why not join Looking Back to Learn? I've included the link in the notes where you're watching or listening. I truly hope you enjoyed this episode of Let's Chat about tapping into your heart's desires. And I would be thrilled if you let me help you do that for yourself, along with all the other great sessions inside Looking Back to Learn. Thanks for being here right to the very end of the episode. I hope there were just enough ahas or oh no's to be of value for you. I truly enjoyed chatting with you, and if you did too, can I ask that you share it with friends who would benefit or be interested as well? Also, for more brownie points, could I ask you to leave a comment, either reviewing it asking for more info, or letting me know you've got other questions or topics you'd like me to cover off. Much love. Till next time.